So, this is my little 2-day adventure. My plan is to walk from Plondops to Poirier, which I've done once before on the GR9, and with a bit of faffing around it came out at 50k. This is another route going on another GR, or Boucle de la Sainte-Baume, which I hope is going to exist because I found it on the map. I haven't found it physically yet. Midday. This is good. According to my navigation app, the pathway I want should be on the right, somewhere here. Hey, this looks promising. It's even got it's even signposted, well, marked. Yeah, that'll do. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about this now because I wasn't really sure. It's not the first time I've set off looking for a path just to find that it didn't exist. Well, it's a good path, but it's in the woods. There's a little view down there, non-slipin. But otherwise, I mean, I'm pleased that I found the path. And it's easy walking, but it is mostly in the woods. And if it does this all the way down to Rougier, well, at least I'll find my way and I'll make it. But I'm hoping for some bit more spectacular views. So it's pretty average weather. No, it's worse than average for August, south of France. It's pretty cloudy, so I guess going hiking is a good option. I wouldn't probably have done it if it was doing its normal baking sunshine, 35 degrees. And there's a storm planned for tonight. Haven't done a hike, bivouac in the rain or storm yet, so got to try these things, haven't you? Otherwise you're never going to know. Otherwise, feeling good. I was a bit stressed this morning. I left late, the toilet was leaking. Packed my bag, checked my checklist, rechecked it, checked it again. Still had that aching feeling that I've forgotten something. Nearly unpacked it to recheck it. And then I thought, no, come on, you're being silly. Just get on and do it, man. So the path is still good. It's been fairly up and down though. I had a little break for some mixed nuts trail pack, whatever it is, I don't know. And I've done just over 7 kilometers in 2 hours, so that's okay. I usually calculate 3 kilometers an hour in because the terrain's pretty rough, and that includes, or can be, and that includes faffing about a bit, which I do plenty. I'll have to look at the map. You don't want to be hiking around here in the dark. Ugh. I don't know what that is. Hole in the ground. Which way is it now? I broke my selfie stick, which is a bit of a shame because it's kind of difficult filming without it. Sorry, Max. I'm gonna ditch it if I find a bin, probably. I'm gonna have to stop in a bit as well because I'm not getting any water out of this thing for some reason, which is a bit of a setback. So hopefully just the pipe's pinched and it's not leaked in my bag. We'll find out. I've seen a thing. Habitation. Alright, hunters hide. Call that stealth. Anyway, back on track. So, this will do for the lunch spot. Picnic table. That sky is looking a little bit menacing. That's to the south. And I'm heading north. So, lunch. I've done over 11 kilometers, no, around about 11 kilometers, I think, in 3 hours. It's okay. And I reckon I'm about halfway to my destination. So far that's working out pretty well. So now it's lunchtime. Bet you can't guess what I've got. Hang on. Just don't look, otherwise you'll see what I've got for tomorrow as well, and that will spoil the surprise. Ta-da! Pasty. If that's not the ultimate hiking, backpacking food, I don't know what is. Cheers. Again. I need to check I'm going the right way. Now, I've arrived in civilization. You can just see there in the background, get my finger out of the way. Aqueducts, and I'm gonna stay tonight somewhere in that direction. It's 20 to 5. I've done, I don't know, 15, 17 kilometers. I haven't looked for a bit. I'm going to give it another few minutes and then stop and have tea, and then maybe give it another hour after that. I don't particularly want to stop too soon, just because where I'm camping, I'm not really sure where I'm camping, but it'll have to be a stealthy camp, because I'm not sure if I'm really supposed to camp there. So I'll pitch up late, get out soon, get out early will be the way. It's quite nice here though. Okay, need to look at the map. So it was straight on. Vine and olives. Sounds like south of France. So the last couple of miles were pretty good, walking through vineyards and stuff. And it's here that me and the GRP are going to part company, because now from here on I'm going to follow this bad boy. Not that way, the other way, but I'm going to have a look up here first and maybe find somewhere to make tea. Okay. Tea break. Does look tempting. Well, of course I swam. How could I not? It's hot. It was cool, very refreshing. So I'm having tea and cheers. Nice hot cup of tea on a summer day, like an English one. I've done 20 kilometers, did I say that? Maybe do another 2 or 3 and then call it a day. So it's 10 to 9. I haven't put my tent up yet or cooked. The last walk I went past maybe half an hour ago, and there were some people on the other side of the river. I could see, I don't know what's going on. I think there's maybe a house not so far away. So It's a bit tricky camping here. Anyway, cheers. It's that Paul Messmer moment. And I got a pretty good sunset going on. So I'm going to give it maybe another 10 minutes or so, watch the sunset, and then I think I'm going to heat my water, and while my dehydrated food hydrates, I'll put the tent up, and by then it should be dark. Sunset's changing as I speak, so that's cool. So I don't know, it's not the most zen setting because there's a bit too much activity going on around, but hey, it's all part of the game, isn't it? Made it this far. So see you maybe later or in the morning. And the weather's very cloudy, and but it's not raining yet. I don't know if it will rain. I think it'll pass by. I don't think it's going to rain. It wouldn't be a bad thing if it did rain, because at least it would keep everybody inside. And I haven't tested my tent yet in the rain, so that would be interesting. Last look at the sunset. Cheers. I own this. So the thing about stealth camping is to try to make your tent difficult to spot, as discreet as possible. So I don't know if you can see it there, but that's pretty good. Just kidding. That was my spot, still moderately discreet. It's 7:15 in the morning. It's a bit fresh. First dog water arrived. Canal's good. There's a jogger coming. Don't these people sleep? So I'm going to clear up and get out and start moving on. Sun's come up. That was my tent. There was loads of space inside for one person, plus all my kit. So I've tidied it up now, and I'll show you my kit. So I got my Osprey 50-litre Stratos, which is good. That's sleeping bag and a little pump in there, which my lovely kids bought me. That was really comfortable. Tent bag, had cold beer in there. First aid and wash kit. Down jacket, keep it wrapped up, keep it dry. I would put it on, but I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to crack on. These are my fresh socks for the morning. Battery charger, phone charger. Old pillow I made, excellent, really comfortable. There's a pillow in there as well, by the same make, Trekology, and this just makes it feel like a proper pillow. 81 grams, costs nothing, perfect. That was an empty gas. In there, sleeping bag and leggings and a Merinos top. My dirty socks now. I normally change into the leggings and Merinos for the night time, but I didn't bother just because I thought it was going to be hot. I regret that actually, because I was cold. It must have been, well, my sleeping bag is rated to 15 degrees. I think we must have been approaching 15 because it was a bit chilly. This bag is corn, it's a Ziploc, powdered milk, snacks, tea, coffee. That can go in the rubbish now. That was lunch, that was dinner, which has now become a rubbish bag. Snacks, breakfast, sausage. Oh, I didn't bother to eat that, I wasn't that hungry, maybe later. That's going to be part of breakfast, you know what that is. Towel, and my lunch is in there, which I have to keep secret. Spoon, a couple of water bottles. That's now my dirty water bottle. It's carrying water from the canal. I'll filter it at some point. Cup. And cook kit with my ultra lightweight windbreak thing, and that worked really well. So I'm gonna get that and that into my sack. Done. I'm not a big one for folding tents, so just stuff it all in the bottom, and that takes like 2 seconds. Okay, 8:30, sun is up, plenty of joggers been going past, so time to move on. That's where I was. Everything packed away, no trace that I've ever been here. Here comes the next dog walker. Okay, I'm going. Got that. So I'm walking under the aqueduct that we saw yesterday. Not quite sure where this track goes. I could look at the map, but I think having the aqueduct to follow is probably enough of a reference point. I've come up the other side of the viaduct now. That would have been a really nice little spot to bivouac. I'm tempted to hang around here and have breakfast, but I also feel I should be moving on. Little slipway for the boat. I'm going that way into Saint-Maximin. I'm only, I don't know, a couple of miles away, I reckon now. So I've reached the end of the first section of the canal, and where is it? That's where it disappears, comes under Saint-Maximin. So now I've got to go and walk through the town, pick up the, or to try to pick up the old railway line. That's my plan. Looks like there is an office of the, what is it, Société Canal Provence. I'll maybe go and see them, thank them for letting me walk along their canal. I don't know, maybe not bother them on a Sunday morning. See you later. I must have driven around that roundabout 1,000 times. That's where I am. So I've got to walk down into town now, which I'm not really looking forward to, but it's got to be done. And well, I'm pleased to have got this far, so let's get this bit out of the way. So I've done the Grand Randonnée walking trail. I've done the canal. I've done aqueduct. I've done the road. And now I need to find a train line or something. What the hell's that doing there? Somebody could have an accident. Boop, boop. I can't do that. It's a little bit monotonous because it's just a straight line and it goes on forever. And it's the oh no, I'm missing a car boot sale. That's where I come from. That's the other thing. It's not that easy to walk along here. Luckily the sleepers are pretty much a pace apart, but even so, it's a little tiring. You should invent like a cart or something that you could run along these rails. That'd be easier. Track down there, maybe have a look. I'm a bit fed up of walking down this railway line. The path led back down to the main road, so I wasn't going to do that. Tunnel, finally, because I've just been looking at the walls of this cutting for the last 10 minutes, thinking if the cars come back, I've got nowhere to hide. I want to get off these tracks. Oh, lovely and cool in here, and there's a real breeze blowing through. And what's good is there's light at the end of the tunnel. Nearly through. This is surreal. Look at all these cobwebs. It's like something from a film. That's my film, yeah. Well, that was weird. I got off the train. I got off the train line eventually, just not where I thought I was going to. And strange, because that was one of the exit from the train line was something I'd really researched on Google Maps, just to make sure that it was going to be feasible. So I think this is where I thought I was going to get off. It's just a little bridge, and I guess from satellite view you can't see it's a bridge, and you just see the trail out into the vineyards. Anyway, I'm glad to be off that. I'm glad to be off the train tracks. That was a bit monotonous at the end. Well, actually, it's a bit monotonous pretty much from the beginning. Still, it served its purpose. It got me from one. It did get me from one canal to the next. Well, we're nearly at the next canal. I reckon I'll make that anyway. Okay. I'm wondering if I'm on the wrong side though. The auto route up there. I want to get further away from there, and then this little stretch of canal goes back into the hill, and I need to get around that somehow. I have to backtrack a bit and see if I can find a track round. Yeah, just park that anywhere, that'll be fine. There's the rest of it. I don't know if this chain was to stop me going down or come out. Anyway, I can see a bridge, which means canal. So I made it back to the canal. Not a person around. There's a bridge about a kilometre up there. And lunch today is pasty. A little bit worse the wear for the travel, but still edible. Well, I'm going to eat it anyway. I had lunch. It's a bit difficult getting going again after lunch. My legs are starting to ache now. And it's good to be back by the water. It's a little bit monotonous though when you're walking in a straight line and you can see it just goes on for miles, and you keep walking and you look up again and you don't seem to have advanced any. Distance is measured in bridges. I'm excited when I see a bridge coming up. Okay, on we go. And that, my friends, is the end of the canal. So now I'm going to head down, turn around this way, and go back down into the town. So, I'll see you later. So there you go, Provence, I made it. I'm pretty pleased with that. I didn't injure myself. Legs are a bit stiff, and I've got a bit of a sore patch on my hip where my sack rubs, I think. Otherwise all my kit worked out okay. Nobody moved me on from my bivouac last night. I managed to get down all the paths and trails that I wanted to, whether or not I was supposed to or not, I don't know. And so good, success, I'm pleased with that. So hope you liked it. See you on the next one. Ramble on.